What's up, weirdo? Shade Tree Surgeon here up at Forgotten Angels with David, the Gold Wing, the green Gold Wing of love. David's on the Ultra Classic, and man, we haven't been riding with Shelby in forever. You're jumping on the concourse, right? Well, it's an unlikely trio out here. Sport touring, Harley Davidsons, and a Gold Wing, but we are actually all on touring bikes, just three very, very different touring bikes. We got nothing but dad bikes out today, baby. The Gold Wing almost didn't start, too. I thought I was going to have to ride the, what is this, the Reflex?
Yep.
It would do it. Shelby says the sucker will do 78 mile an hour.
Downhill with a tailwind and my skinny ass.
Yeah, maybe not with my fat ass on it. Anyway, David called me up and he said, hey, do you want to ride out to Port Charlotte? And of course, okay, we'll be David and Shelby out on the road together. I'll always ride with them. But we're actually going to Port Charlotte to check out some really cool stuff. But more on that when we get there.
Holy mackerel, dude. We haven't even hit the highway yet. It is love bug season, baby. I did not consent to this, okay? Love bugs be like, yo, we saw you from across the highway and we really dig your vibe. Can we splatter our guts all over your windshield? Oh, it feels good to be riding out, me, David, and Shelby right now. It is still a beautiful day. It's a little hot. The love bugs are soaring, but it's Florida, baby, and the air smells good. There's a little tinge of adventure in it. Let's rock and roll. Hey, David, I gotta jump it again. It just died. Yeah, I just cut out, just sitting here. I don't think it's gonna do it, man.
Well, adventure was in the air. We did smell adventure, a lot of adventure, because the Gold Wing's battery decided to take a crap, and I thought I could just jump it and ride it around, but apparently riding it around pulls a little too much voltage to actually keep it running. So luckily, I have another dad bike out here. That's right, sleeping but not forgotten to the rescue. Don't worry, when one crappy old Honda breaks down, we have another crappy Honda to take its place. The STD 1100, baby. The itchy red touring sport, all right? It's just bumps, baby. That's what we always say about this bike, so just double bag it and figure the STD 1100 is ribbed for your pleasure.
And I was just thinking in my head, I was like, oh man, I got no Garfield. David to the rescue, baby. Well, it ain't a crappy Brapstar Honda without a Garfield on the windshield, all right? All right, once again, it's a beautiful day in Florida. The air is tinged with adventure, and we're on a little bit sportier bike than the old Bangkok bagger. It's so funny after jumping off the Gold Wing, getting on this thing. The ST1100, I mean, this V4, it makes about the same horsepower as the Gold Wing, except this weighs not that much less, but it feels a lot lighter. I mean, I guess it's probably less. This thing's got to weigh around 700 pounds, and the Gold Wing, no matter what you read on the internet, a fully loaded Gold Wing weighs 1,000 freaking pounds. Trust me. That is a half-ton motorcycle. Even though this is still a pretty heavy bike, it feels a lot lighter. I forgot how much I liked this bike.
Yeah, blast, man.
I'll tell you, we're still on three very different motorcycles. We got David on the Ultra Classic with a V-twin, the itchy red sport touring bike right here with a V4, and Shelby back there on an inline 4. Now, pretty sure Shelby could smoke us all, but earlier when I was on the Gold Wing, that Ultra Classic would have put its dick in the dirt, but now I get to be second fastest. Might as well fill it to be safe, but this thing actually has a 7-gallon gas tank. At half a tank, I'm probably good all day. Really like the way this thing accelerates, man. Just this V4 is so effortless. It doesn't have the straight up just balls pin you to the back of the seat power that the Max does. It is definitely not the V-Max, but man, it's really just the V4 configuration. I know they're more complicated to make, so they don't get made all the time. Jeez, oh Pete, I really think that is just like the best engine configuration there is.
See the movie Me, Myself, and Irene?
Yeah!
I almost had a Jim Carrey moment. A love bug and like right here, and I was like...
You almost ate it. This close. That natural reaction when you take a love bug right to the upper lip. Ooh. Oh yeah. This thing's got all the carburetors working, and I just realized I don't even know how many carburetors it's got. I mean, basically, I know this thing is a V4, but that's about where my knowledge ends on the ST1100. I know I like the way it runs, and she goes, baby. After that, your guess is as good as mine. Yeah. It feels good today. You know what? Hey, maybe the gold wing breaking down, maybe that battery being dead is a little blessing in disguise, man. I haven't been on this ST1100 in a minute, man, and I really did. I forgot how much I like this bike. This bike frickin' rocks, man. This motorcycle was $750 well spent.
God, I love riding.
I know, I just feel good. I feel better now. You know what? I never get sick of it. Even just blasting down the highway for a freaking hour for 80 miles just makes me feel better. What can we say, baby? I ain't the only one who likes bike around here. We all like bike. Let me tell you what, it don't take much to get David up there. It don't take much to get him rolling on a motorcycle. We just take just about any excuse to hit the highway and crush the miles. David said we might have something kind of cool in store down here. Headed down here to Port Charlotte in search of some four-wheeled vehicles, but kind of cool ones. Well, hey, that's a whole bunch of Humvees, isn't it? These ones have AC?
Yeah, that's what the upper armor trucks all had AC.
Wow.
They didn't care about keeping the troops cool, but they cared about keeping the electronics cool.
And anyone who's watching this who is in the military in the 90s is probably going, oh yeah. He goes, this one had AC, but they didn't care about keeping the troops cool, just the electronics.
When I was a very young engineer, I wrote manuals for these things.
No. Oh my gosh.
So, wow. I keep driving the guys and go look at the manuals because we always have the manuals out. I was writing tasks.
Dude.
That's insane.
All right, now this is like celebrity status now.
When you look at tasks like this, you know, like glow plug controller, temperature sensor.
Yeah.
I was the guy that was figuring this out.
They showed up with this thing and they're like, okay, figure out how to make it keep on running.
Do it.
Freaking cool,
people
man.
Don't realize, you know, the Marine Corps spent hundreds of millions of dollars developing the maintenance tasks on this.
Yeah.
Because when you're getting shot at, you don't have time to screw around.
No, I was about to say, yeah. Something breaks on it. That's what you're writing for. And imagine that. Imagine being an engineer and being like, all right,
I'll show you this.
You need to be able to write this while that somebody can do it while being shot at.
Oh, can you leave that on the top?
You got $45,000. I'll put a turret on.
You have to put the gun up there.
I have that too.
He was just telling us if you have the forging kit like this one has, you can literally drive these completely underwater with a freaking scuba mask on all the way up to the top of the vehicle. That's freaking wild. Obviously, street legal Humvees. He was telling us he gets these things and he said he worked for the Marines for 16 years as an engineer. These vehicles, he gets them, they have like 23 miles on them. So he literally picks them up. They were literally sat in a depot yard. The military ordered them. They drove them around the test track to make sure it ran. And then they parked them, and then they decided they didn't need them anymore, and they put them up for sale. And he says they demilled them, so they demilitarized them, which is why they kind of look like this right here. But it was like 20, 30, 40 freaking miles on these things.
Up in here, there was armor all in here, underneath, along the floors, inside the transmission funnels, everywhere. Because the truck was not designed to deal with the IED situation.
So that's how, when you get them like this, you just fill in all these holes or weld them up?
Want the holes just left the way they are. Some of them, they want them filled with bolts. Some of them like to make fake armor out of, they'll go out and spend the money and buy half-inch thick aluminum.
Oh, and just like make it there,
and then make it look like it's armor. Piano hinge door. Because the door weighed 800 pounds.
Jeez. Oh my God.
So in fact, the doors had shackles on them. The truck rolled over and you were stuck inside. You couldn't push the door open. You had to have another Humvee show up with a chain, rip the door open. Then they developed push-out windshields so they could actually...
Because they actually get out of the vehicle if it was on its side.
Not die.
Oh my God. So that's the designation, and he says it's just all about the numbering. So this was a designated Navy SEAL truck. It can't be sold overseas. This one got groceries. That one you can tell, but it's the same freaking truck. Oh, except this one's got all the freaking, you know, all the armor holes and stuff like that. He said this one was actually a missile truck. Hey, will do, man. It was awesome meeting you. Now you're speaking my language. Those things look wild moving down the road, don't they? That is freaking cool. All right, back at the shop. The dadcation is over. We're back in Tampa, and it's back to, well, you know, whenever I'm hanging out with you, I wouldn't exactly call it work, all right? Listen up. You know, when you've got something that looks as ornamental, like a deadly ornamental flower over here, something poisonous and dangerous, okay? The gargoyle and I over here, even interdimensional space oddities still got to get around town. So, you know what, I'm very fond of somebody. I constantly worry about the vehicle they're driving around in, and Courtney texts me earlier today. Dally Groskamite goes, yeah, no, I need to do brakes. And I go, oh, no, were you taking it to a mechanic? Were you taking it? And they go, no, I'm just gonna YouTube it and do it in my front yard. I was like, I love that. I love you so much. You're amazing. Please let me help you.
That's how I always do it, though.
I know, and I have faith in you. You have fixed your car yourself from YouTube University, from YouTube videos many times. Courtney is a gargoyle, and let me tell you what, they'll get down and dirty on a car, all right? Don't you worry, because by hook or by crook, this one always makes it happen. But today, I get to help. You didn't even call me. You just started, we're like, I'll go on YouTube. That's why I like you. Because that's what I would do too. You just happen to let me know, and I'm like, you know, actually I can help out with this. So let's get the brakes changed. It's got over 100,000 miles on it, and it hasn't had spark plugs yet. And I think Hyundai's, I could be wrong, I think they call for a spark plug change at 100,000 miles, and air filter and rainy season starting. Let me tell you what, one thing you never want to neglect, but everybody does. Everybody does. Wiper blades.
Don't even look at the rear one.
Ooh, somebody put these things on hard. And the earthquake.
Whoa. Whoa.
Dramatic, isn't it?
It sounds very masculine.
The earthquake, baby. All right.
Heavy.
Yeah, heavy duty.
That's heavy.
Central pneumatic. It's the earthquake, baby. All right, so we're already going left. So go ahead and stick it on one of the lug nuts. Now don't pull the trigger yet. And we're gonna make sure we're on there. So it's on there.
Okay.
So we know we're on there. Now you're just gonna have to hit it probably just once. Okay. Okay. Now keep on pushing it on there. Okay, hit it again. Oh, that's it. You did it.
I did it. I did it.
Go ahead, shake it out on the. There you go.
Look at that.
Hey, actually, you could just go ahead and do all of them. That's. Oh, there we go.
Oh, I did it.
Look at you go.
I did it. I did it. I did it.
It's satisfying, isn't it?
Yes, but also this is heavy.
Yeah, you guys set it down. Your job here is done. I'll get the tire. All right, let me put my gloves on because it's dirty. Brake jobs is one of the dirtiest, dustiest jobs on a car, and let me tell you what, your friends will always thank you if you keep them hands clean, all right? All I win is a smile from the one and only space oddity, an intergalactic space god from Ryleth. I get a smile. Yeah, I get a little smile. That makes me happy. And I spend one more day not being turned into a cockroach. Florida Swamp Witch over here likes to wear the trophies, okay? And as fun as that sounds, I like having my opposable thumbs. But again, you weren't metal on metal. You still had pad left. You're still good. But they definitely need to be changed. But when you're pushing on your brake pedal pumping, one might say, those size 9s.
How did you know my shoe size?
How'd I know your shoe size? Listen up, baby. I can just tell something about a size 9. It's not even that I looked, it's just how I feel.
You measure with your heart.
Exactly. That's what I tell all the girls when I first, when we first go into the bedroom. I'm like, hey, don't measure with your eyes, measure with your heart, okay, baby? Courtney's getting to see me at my most dad with the Matco frickin' headlamps up here.
Nice.
Things are better with power. This is like a little mini battery-powered version of the earthquake. A small handheld battery-powered version. Does that feel familiar? Anyway.
That was naughty.
Give it a squeeze.
Oh.
You know, many other attachments. Okay, anyway, let's take these off before we get demonetized. So we're going righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So give it a squeeze. Is it going left? So make sure we're all the way on there. Good. Push a little bit first. We'll break it loose. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that was good. That's exactly what we wanted. Run it the rest of the way out. Just be careful because we don't want to drop it. So look, a natural. A gargoyle she is, okay?
Did it.
There, it's done.
And I didn't even drop it.
Oh, wow. Good job. And you can go ahead and pull that out. So this is going to be a boot. There you go. Actually, we need to disconnect this.
Where's that go? Where the fuck does that go?
All the way down in that hole.
No, what? How?
Just stick this down in there.
So you just have to, really? Oh.
It's okay. You can do this.
I'm going to do this.
You're going to do this.
Okay, I'm going to do this.
Brace it with your other hand on top right there. Use your strength.
I don't have any.
Oh my gosh, you did it.
I did it.
Yeah, you did it. You've got the strength. Come on. You're so good. It's all the way in there. We can't get our fingers in there. So we're going to come grab my thingy. We're going to come grab the thing longer. What would the world be like if we had invented a thing longer? A really cool thing is up there. So this is what the world would be like if we invented a thing longer. Right, I'm gonna pay for that one later anyway. We just stick this down here and grab the spark plug with it.
What?
Oh, we got it.
That's like magic.
Oh my gosh, so dirty, so many leaves.
And there's a cigarette. There's a cigarette in there.
A cigarette?
I don't even smoke anymore.
There's a cigarette butt in your air filter.
Smoked in how many weeks now? It's been like almost 30 weeks.
Oh, when you're riding a bike with no bags, it helps to have a friend with bags. That's new. More on that later. All right, riding out here with David and Jason. If you guys made it to the camp out, you will remember Jason because he was out there busting his ass, washing everybody's bike, washing cars. Jason just got his motorcycle endorsements, which means it's time to go to Cycle Gear and get him set up. One of the things on the Forgotten Angels property, if you guys didn't know, the Forgotten Angels, you should if you watch my channel, you should know about Forgotten Angels and all the work they do building tiny homes for young men and just helping kids who've aged out of the foster care system. Well, every boy who lives on the property, because this isn't just a program that helps kids like with some money. I mean, they build them homes on the property. Every kid on the property learns how to drive a stick shift car and learns how to ride a motorcycle. I wouldn't say it's mandatory, but let me tell you what, a bunch of 18-year-old kids, they all want to know how. So a lot of them end up getting their motorcycle endorsement, and we've partnered up with our local Cycle Gear here and my man Marcus. They came up to us and they said, every young man who gets his motorcycle endorsement, if they get their motorcycle endorsement on the Forgotten Angels property, they will get treated to a full outfit of boots, pants, jacket, helmet, gloves, all on Cycle Gear's dime. That's pretty freaking cool, man. I really like that they're helping out. They're reaching out to the community. They're helping out local kids in their community that live here. That's pretty freaking cool, man. And, you know, I'm going there and I'm making the videos for them, of course, you know, but they didn't ask me to. That was not like part of the deal. We went up to them and we asked them like, hey, will you outfit these young men because they're getting into motorcycles and they don't have anything, you know, they don't have a lot of money, and the gear that they do have is third hand or fourth hand most of the time, and it's not very nice, you know, and a lot of times they just don't even have all the right gear. And, you know, look, I'm one to talk right here and freaking a sleeveless shirt, but just do as I say, not as I do, okay? We're getting these boys outfitted the right way. You know, ordering stuff online is really great when you're already familiar with how the gear fits, but when you're someone like Jason, who literally just started riding his motorcycle, who literally just got his first pair of gear, it's like you don't know how the stuff fits, you know? You don't know how it's going to fit, like not like we do. He comes to Cycle Gear where someone can literally be like, hey, this is how a helmet's supposed to fit. This is how your jacket's supposed to fit. That way you're not sitting there going, just playing a guessing game. So whose helmet are you wearing right now?
I was wearing David's.
But David's got a big hat. I know David's helmet fits me. So I know if that helmet fits you too.
Jason
you got a big head.
I got a good sized coconut.
Hey, big heads unite, man. Look at Mike Branch over there, all right? They never see us coming. Wait, actually, that's a lie. They will absolutely see us coming. Slide that backwards. There it is. When you forget, you know what that's nice for is during the day when it's hot. I mean, not only do you have the sunglasses, but I just leave the visor up. Mike just comes up. He's going to be a modular daddy. We're teaching all the young kids how to wear modulars early. We're making them cool. All you got to do is convince everyone else to start doing it, and then all of a sudden you're cool, right?
Then you fit in.
Yeah. Modular helmets, old crappy gold wings. Come on, we got it. All right, Mike? Now we got an expert to help you out.
We're all talking shit. Marcus comes around, everybody shuts up.
Yeah. We're like this and that, and I'm always like, all right, you go ahead and take over.
Is it predominantly at the top of the head, or is it at the cheeks? You immediately notice any pressure side to side, pressure front to back, or does it feel pretty big? I know that's a tough repair.
Yeah, it's hard to tell when I dreads, but it feels pretty good.
I know how to get rid of those dreads.
If you get a leather jacket, yeah, it's gonna look super cool, but you're gonna dread it.
We'll take it when it gets cold. We'll take you back and get you some leather.
This is one size down. This is a medium. You want it to be a little bit tight now, especially with the liner inside of it, because you got to think once you take the liner out, it's gonna loosen up a lot. When you're wearing it, hold out your arm for me. I'm gonna hold this hand. I'm gonna pull this. You see how this doesn't come off all the way on your elbow?
Dude, those things are freaking serious.
And comfortable.
They're comfortable?
Yeah.
Dude, they do not look comfortable. They don't.
I mean, which I would have gone in order. I would have said, you won't get this one, and you won't get this one, and you won't get this one. I wasn't really gonna, but
Dang, the Alpine Stars win it, baby. Let me tell you about a nice piece of leather. You'll break it in, you'll have it for a very, 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 very long time.
When it comes to your palm, the palm's pretty good. You want it to divot into your hand in order for it to kind of conform to your hand. A lot of people are just like, it's weird doing that. Yes, they're naturally curved. They're pretty. It's a motorcycle club. It's supposed to be like that.
We were riding home with that stuff. Yeah, suit up, man. That's you.
He'll explain to you what that means. Yeah, what he's doing is saving your life.
Oh man,
that's awesome.
None of us even thought about it.
He's gonna explain to you what it is.
I've never gotten one.
So essentially, what
someone has to love you.
They don't.
A lot of times with motorcycles, we're super superstitious people. So guardian bells, you put them on your motorcycle, and what they do is they drive away all the gremlins. They drive away all the bad annotations that might be happening on the road against you, anything like that. And it's just.
Thanks, Marcus. Appreciate it.
Yeah. And here's the other thing: you got to get it as a gift.
Yeah, you can't buy it yourself.
You can't buy it for yourself.
Yeah.
That's absolutely correct.
So you just got one as a gift.
I'm gonna take one for Mike.
That's awesome.
Aww.
Oh, hey, you should have had to be loved for that. I mean, you love me, David?
I'm gonna love you until you get my jacket back.
All right, let me get a look at you, man. You look like you just stepped out of a biker bar, like in California, like out of Cook's Corner or something like that. Just got done running the canyons. I freaking love it, dude.
It's funny because his last name is Jason Cook.
Oh, is it? Oh! Dude. I'm not even kidding, man. It looks really cool. So wholesome. Big congrats to Jason for getting his motorcycle license. Right now he's riding around on David's VTX, but I know he's looking around for his own motorcycle pretty soon, and I think Jason's gonna end up getting one because Jason, that kid's a hard worker. A lot of you guys met him when you were out of the property because he was working hard, cleaning everybody's bike, cleaning people's cars that were out there, and he's got his own business cleaning vehicles, and that's something that he's done at every camp out. Jason's story was both heart-wrenching and really, really cool, and just really highlights how important it is what Dave and Cindy do out there, and not just that they're helping people, but the way that they're helping people. Because when Jason showed up to the property, one of the reasons that he was homeless and living in the car that he had at the time was because he had a dog. He was looking at different places, trying to find a place to live, trying to find a place that would take him in, but nobody would take him without him getting rid of his dog, and he just wasn't willing to do it. When he came to the property, and he probably thought the same thing was gonna happen, and Dave and Cindy looked at him and said, no frickin' way, man. We want you to have your dog. You can come here, you can live here, and you can take care of your dog on the property. All the young men out there are encouraged to have dogs, to take care of them, because hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna go find a place to live? You're 18 years old, you don't have anybody, you got nothing, you've been just like put out on the streets, and the only thing you got is your dog. Did you find a place to live? And they're like, yeah, but leave the dog behind. Not out there, man. Huge thanks again to my man Marcus at Cycle Gear. Marcus is such a good dude. Marcus likes bike. He has a boy racer. I always bust him up about it because he's a boy racer on his Aprilia. He does track days on his Ninja 400. But I think we're starting to tempt him over to the cool side, because when I was up there, he said he's going to get an Indian FTR. So I'm excited to go out riding with him on that. Huge thanks to Marcus. Huge thanks to Cycle Gear, Revzilla, Komodo, the whole freaking deal. These are the people that make this happen. Like I said, I don't have to go there and make the video. That wasn't part of the deal that we asked for when we asked them to outfit the boys. They just agreed to do it. Me going there and showing it on video is one, because Cycle Gear is actually a really cool place. People who work there, like Marcus, like if you don't know about gear, you don't know about helmets, about jackets, it's like you don't have to guess. You can literally show up at a Cycle Gear and someone's gonna be there to show you exactly how it should fit, what you should be looking for, and all those things. Like a lot of shit that I don't even know, okay? And I make the videos because, I don't know, man, I want you guys to see what you, when you buy a raffle ticket. By the way, we have the Pacific Coast 800 up for raffle now. It's 25 bucks for a raffle ticket. We're pulling that May 22nd. We're gonna have a big party at the Dirty Shame. We're going to see Natalie Cuomo. We're riding out from Berts Harley Davidson to Natalie Cuomo's show at Sidesplitters May 21st. Tickets to the PC 800 and tickets to Natalie Cuomo's show down below. David and Cindy are gonna be there. I'm sure Jason will be there too. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get Marcus's ass out on Sunday. We'll see if he's working or not. Anyway, as I was saying, I ain't gotta go up there and make the video, but Cycle Gear and Revzilla, those guys got some cool people working for them, and the fact that they're outfitting these young men with gear and stuff like that completely for free, just letting them go into a shop and pick out whatever they want is something that doesn't happen to them very often. So it's a really cool thing. If you want to help out Forgotten Angels, like I said, raffle tickets for the Pacific Coast 800 down below. Whoever wins that bike, I'm gonna fly you out to Tampa. We're gonna have 2 nights of drinking, debauchery, and whatever else we might get into. And if you don't drink, that's okay too. You can drive us around while we drink. And then we're gonna give you enough gas money to get your hungover ass back home. So a whole Honda dad venture for whoever wins it. And even if you don't win it, that's gambling for a good cause, baby. We are bad people doing good things, and I can promise you this. Every single penny of that raffle goes to Dave and Cindy to help these young men. And they don't keep any of it, and I don't keep any of it. It all goes to a good cause, and you can feel really, really good about it. Till next time, y'all, keep it weird.
Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Everything that's wonderful is what I feel.